Hello fellow YouTubers, Trouble8385 here with another pickups video. Like always, before I talk about the games, I have to talk about something else. Today it's about Capcom. Because Capcom had what I call a really big day, especially if you're a Street Fighter fan, because they started off by announcing Street Fighter X Tekken, or Street Fighter vs. Tekken, and that will be the one that Capcom is making. They actually had gameplay footage. If you go to any video game website, you could probably see it. If you watch the video from Comic-Con, live action playing, it's just pretty cool watching the crowd get into it. And then they also announced Namco will be making a Tekken X Street Fighter some later date. And then, if that was enough Street Fighter for you, they announced Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Online. It'll be obviously online, and they didn't announce a lot of details, but that they haven't forgotten about that series, I guess. So, and of course, the teasers were out there that the guy who created Darkstalkers teased the crowd. Did they want the next Darkstalkers, which he's probably making. He's talked about this more than one time at this point. And then, they announced that, they were talking, the creator of Mega Man Universe, who made Mega Man Universe, was talking about how he's working on another Mega Man game, and the crowd said Mega Man Legends 3, and he said thank you, another teaser. Again, if any game so far, as far as I'm concerned, who used to make old games is getting it right, it's Capcom, because they seem to. And the coolest thing about, by the way, about their announcement trailer for Street Fighter X Tekken, if you haven't seen it, in the very end, they have a cool thing where they show the old 8-bit Mega Man and Pac-Man, and Mega Man chases Pac-Man on one screen, and then they come back, and then Pac-Man's chasing Mega Man. It was pretty cool. So anyway, I went to help my mom. I thought they were done, but they weren't. They had big stuff to move, and so they asked if I could come down, and I was just helping them move, but they're still getting everything moved, and that's why I haven't put up a trade video yet, because they're still moving everything around, and as they find stuff, they're just giving it to me whenever they don't want. And today she gave me a couple things. I wasn't looking for anything, but anyway, the first one thing she did give me was a PlayStation 1. I already own two PlayStation 1s. Me and my wife, had our original ones we've had for years. And this one was made in July 1998, so I haven't tested out to see if it works yet. I'm pretty sure it does. And the coolest thing she gave me was she found these two games. And the reason why she gave me this stuff is she doesn't know what to do with it. Because they sell the shop, they signed an agreement they wouldn't sell anything for such a certain period of time. So, and that is Talking Super Jeopardy and good old, I used to have this on my NES, Donkey Kong Jr. The other cool thing I got, this thing's called the Eliminator. And what it is, it's for the Sega Genesis and the Mega Drive. And what it basically does is you put it in the slot, obviously your card slot, and it prevents power flashes, blank screens, and scrabbled pictures. So that's something cool. I don't know why they decided the pink color, but so anyway, earlier this week my wife went out to garage sales, and she wasn't just looking at a couple things, and she called me about something. And it's not a new system, because obviously I showed you the PlayStation 1, but she found you may call this a PS1 Slim, but it's called the PS1. The only thing she got for $3, the only thing missing on this thing is the power cord. So $3 is a really good price, so that's cool. And the second thing she found while she was out there for $2 was Madagascar for the Xbox. So I took some of my double sport games I've had, trying to narrow them down a little bit, and at my local game exchange, and I picked up 3-box games. The first two are for my N64. Since I played Blitz video the other day, I was getting into my N64, and the first game I picked up was a game I played a lot on my N64, and that's Wave Race 64. Now again, I've said this before, at my local game exchange, for the same price as just getting the game, they have the box. There's nothing in it, it's empty, but I like the box art, so I'll pick up the box every time. So I used to play this game a lot on my N64. I really love this game, so it's not my favorite game. Oh no. The next game I picked up is my favorite game on the N64 of all time, and that would be F-Zero X. I played this game a lot back in the day. I would play this game on a daily basis. It has 30 tracks, 30 customizable machines. It's compatible with the Rumble Pack. I really, really love this game. And the last game I picked up boxed was for the Super Nintendo, and that was the original Final Fight. Now this is the one that has Mike Haggard and Cody on it, and if you play Double Dragon, then you know what this game is about. Simple, straight up punching, or with the your wrestling moves, and they have weapons like knives and swords. Now there was one other version of this game that came out in 1994 for the Super Nintendo, and it was a blockbuster. Started off as a blockbuster exclusive. I don't know if anybody else got it or not, and it was called Final Fight Guy, where Guy replaced Cody in the game. It's cool just to have that. I used to love that game. So I got another game for my N64, not in a box, and that was WrestleMania 2000. And for my Genesis, I have Subtrain. Now, I vaguely remember this game, and I put this game in the other day to play it. And I remembered why I didn't care, things about this game I don't care so much. It's one of those, you know, you steer to float around on the screen. I really never liked those games because I always have a hard time steering the guy, at least for me. I mean, other people are probably really good at it and like it, but I am going to sit down at some point when I have more time and extensively play this game just to try to get a better grip on it, because I don't want to, even though I don't like the controls, I want to at least give it a good try before I totally give up on the game. And also I got Madden 97. Oh, we're not done. John Madden Football. And you thought that was enough. Madden 95 for the Genesis. And then I have 2 copies of Madden 93. Now, I like collecting these old sport games, like I said before, to go back and play them again. And I never really played Madden on the Genesis. I was more into baseball back then. And I got some more games for my Super Nintendo. I was Madden 94. NHL Stanley Cup. I have this on my Genesis, Bill Walsh College Football. College Slam, again with the stickers. And then I don't know why they picked this title, but NHL PA Hockey 93 from Electronic Arts. And last but not least, NCAA Basketball. And when I talked about that PlayStation 1, didn't mention that there were 2 games inside when I opened it up. Ridge Racer, which I really used to love back in the day. And then NBA Live 2000 for the PlayStation 1. And I also got a couple of instruction booklets this week, just by themselves. Most of the games I don't own. Sonic the Hedgehog Spinball. A game I do own for my N64, Blast Corps. This is a game I never heard of. Joe and Mac for the Super Nintendo by Daddy East. And this game I own on my Genesis, Raiden Triad. This is the Super Nintendo one, instruction booklet. And then good old Super Off-Road by Trade West. Now, I've also picked up a jumper pack for my N64 and a number memory card for my N64. Along with that, I picked up another Super Nintendo controller. Well, I guess it'd be better if I actually unraveled it for you, wouldn't it? There we go. A Super Nintendo controller. And in case that wasn't enough game nostalgia for you, I also now have 12, and let me repeat, 12 copies, extra copies of Super Mario / Dunk Hunt. Mom had those tucked away in a corner somewhere, so I guess they couldn't sell them. Now, for your PC people out there, these are not my favorite games, but these are games that I happened to get. They didn't cost very much. Deer Hunter 3. Now, granted, I'm not big into hunting games on the PC. I figure if you really want to hunt in real life, go hunt. Don't play it on your computer. But that's just me. In this case, isn't it? Right. Well, the instruction book is up. That's why. And this, of course, is NRA Drag Racing 2. NHRA, Drag Racing 2. And let's see here. What am I missing? I'm missing something. I know it. Oh, yes. Here it is down here. This is the handy pack for the Game Boy. All-in-one portable accessory game kit. Now, for those of you who've never had one of these, this is basically a magnifier for your screen. You plug this into your Game Boy sound for the speakers to work. And then you put this over the thumb pad to use the controller, and then you put this over the buttons so it's easier to use the buttons. It's a cool little thing to have. You know, if you have a Game Boy, or you plan on owning a Game Boy. So guys, that's all my pickups this week, so until my next video.